So we're back. Let's see here. Kind of interesting. The dimmer. Okay. Wow, this hand is getting shaky. I've been holding this camera for a little too long. Let's switch hands here. The dimmer switch actually acts as the courtesy light switch, which is actually kind of odd, and I wasn't prepared for that personally. And then the yeah, obviously fog or parking lights and regular lights, and then fog lights down here. The switch to pop the hatch is here, and then this is actually really complex. This is one thing that Saab Kyle has actually showed, but I don't think he's actually ever said. Sorry, I don't think he's actually ever said how they work. So this is the tilt wheel. I don't know if it telescopes. I don't think it does. But this is actually kind of odd. So you have the washer fluid there, and the wiper is this twists. But the cruise control is here. And this is kind of odd because the way it works is off is, let's see here, off is, oh yeah, sorry. Off is kind of there. So if you're just, you're traveling around, off is just kind of pop the switch over here. And then on is here. And then accelerate and record is right here. Or not record, but accelerate is right there. But the odd thing is there's a button right on the end here that you use to turn it on, and it's a really weird setup. It works okay. It actually works pretty well, but it is really unusual. Then you have the steering wheel power with the thumb grips. I don't think they're side bolstering extensions, but they could be. The thumb grips. And this wheel's a little strange to me because I have thumb grips on mine, but this is really thin. Sorry, I'm not aiming at what I'm doing here. But this is really thin to me, so that's unusual. The rest of the grip's kind of grippy. It is stitched leather. That's odd. I know the horn works. Huh. Okay, so the horn switch is not working, but I know the horn works because I can use it with my alarm. What else? So radio controls are on the steering wheel. So obviously, since for my car the radio is going away, which is the monsoon system. Obviously, for my car, this whole thing will be replaced with something. And that'll help to get rid of this really thin feeling right here, because it really does feel thin. You really have to understand. I mean, look at my thumb, okay? Look at my thumb. And my thumb is the same width as the thing is. It is very small indeed. It does have the factory alarm, which works pretty well, actually. Now we've kind of set it up a little bit the way I want it. AC switches, or AC turn units obviously are horrible. The Honda has a much better interior. Obviously, it's a Honda, and it's 6 years newer, 5 years. And then Pontiac Monsoon sound system. This sound system is actually acclaimed. It actually does sound pretty good. But for my case in particular, because I don't almost use it ever at all, that's a really bad way of saying it. What English school did I go to? Okay, so because I rarely ever use it as it is, I'm just going to pull the whole thing out. But you look at it. It does have the equalizer. It has the buttons to adjust your time. These are twist, if I remember right. Are they? Oh no, they're not. Oh yeah, they are. There you go. Hey, pop out, pop in. Very convenient. It's got the switches and the numbers and the 6 CD changer. If you have the 6 CD changer, it uses that. AC is obviously it's an American car, so it's kind of iffy. Defrost. You got your cigarette lighter. Kind of this cavernous space here. You really have to understand just how thin it is, but how far down it goes. 'Cause it goes quite far down. Interesting feature is there's an aux port here, okay, and then there's another one over here somewhere. It's back there somewhere, if I remember right. I looked at it before. This is kind of weird. I'm not sure why this is here. I guess it provides an easy, or semi-easy anyway, manner of getting the Come on. Now we're just wasting time with the video. I'm running out of video time because I haven't put in my high cap card yet, so I should probably just switch cards and come back. Not that you want to hear my rambling. Really? Really? Are you just not going to go in? Okay, fine. You know what? Just lay over there. So... This camera's actually getting hot, to be honest, which is kind of weird. Full leather interior, as I said. The passenger side seat is also fully power adjustable. It does have the power locks and mirrors over there. Handbrake is kind of beefy and really cheap because, I mean, look at that. It just wiggles. I've got some hardware down there. Ashtray. Cup holder. Yeah, that's what that is. And this is a weak spot. If you're ever looking to buy one of these, you know, really take this into consideration. This one actually is reasonably good, which is good, because the previous one that I was looking at was really bad, where it was just like completely coming off. This one fits really well. 2 cup holders in the back, and then 2 bucket seats in the back as well, with the 3-point seat belts. There are 2 bucket seats. The 2 bucket seats, I'll get into those in detail a little later when I've got a bigger card. The bucket seats are actually, I mean, like, look at this. I think this seat is scooted as far back as it'll go, and there's still a fair amount of leg room. Cheap plastic, obviously. And they're really deep, so, you know, it's like if you're the one in the back cornering, or during hard cornering, then you're going to be a lot better off than the people up here, because these guys have essentially no side bolstering at all. The other awesome thing about this car, though, is the T-tops, and this is a big style thing, you know? No, and, you know, I kid you not, this is a big style, and it's actually a lot of fun. I haven't popped them out yet and driven with them, but they are a lot of fun to kind of play with. No light, noticeably. Oh wow. Yeah, and because it's, you know, typical American build quality, you know, it's kind of rattly and that sort of thing. And actually, I might just pull those out altogether. No need sun visors with as tall as I am. And then, so the T-tops, you just pop that open, and then they go out like so, and up. Or no, actually that's not true. They go up and out. And they fit in the back. And those receptacles down there, which is great because you can carry them around in the case of rain, which is wonderful. So I'll try to, you know, keep it a little more concise for my next video with the bigger card. Yeah, that's completely unintuitive, right? I have more capacity and I'm gonna make the video shorter. So that's kind of my new car. I don't think those seats fold down, actually. No, I don't think they do. Well, maybe they... It does look like there's a switch over there in the back. Right there, so that's probably the ticket to lowering the seats. So, we'll come back in a little while.